Hi everybody and welcome back. Here's a question that came from a good friend who has made many changes in his life in both career and places to live, and he's also incredibly accomplished in a number of fields. His question was, how do I know when to make a change? And am I making an emotional decision or a practical one? It's incredibly important to know yourself when making any kind of change based on the values you hold at the moment at this particular time, because these values might change given the conditions of your life. For example, your tolerance for risk and therefore making change is likely to be much higher when you're single than when you have a family. And those considerations will certainly be things you want to take into account. When you're only asking yourself what to do in a given situation, essentially you have a stakeholder pool of one, and that makes things a lot more clear. But from my point of view, all decisions you make are emotional. Otherwise, how would you know when you're happy or unhappy with a situation? So, rationalization follows the emotional drive of a decision. Of course, when it's someone else's decision that affects you, then your choices narrow. It's how you respond to those choices that matter. That said, the process of how you would go about figuring out your reasons for making a change is exactly the same. So here are a few tips. Ask yourself, what do I want? It's the most basic and simple thing, but most people will ask themselves this question and then go into an extensive list of what they don't want. While it's good to know what you don't want, you have to understand what you do want. So make a list and state it in only positive terms. The reason you don't want to only think in terms of what you don't want is because people tend to gravitate towards what's familiar. If you're only leaving situations because they're not what you want, and that's all you're familiar with, you'll go into another similar situation. By stating things in positive terms, you're not only going away from what you don't want, you're also going towards what you do want. Now that you know what you don't want and what you do want, compare that list to your current situation. Can you improve the situation and make it into something that you do want? If not, that's a good time to start looking for something new. And when you plan for making a change, it's important to make an inventory of your skills in order to get into a situation that you want. Do you have the right skills? If not, then take the time while you're still working to build on your skill set. And if you're moving into something totally new, then start budgeting your resources so you have enough space to gain the skills you're going to need. Plan for contingencies. Make sure you have enough saved in order to give yourself more options in case things don't work out as quickly as you've planned. Do your research. There's a lot of information available online about different companies and different types of jobs. You can believe all the positive feedback a company might have, but still not know the culture of the organization and how it fits with you. I would suggest connecting with people who are working at a particular company. So, go on to sites like LinkedIn or Facebook, because a lot of people list where they work and make connections. You can reach out to people to ask what the culture is like. Don't ask what they think of the company, because you probably won't get an honest answer. Nor should you actually expect one in that situation, because people want to protect themselves. But you could ask about how people are treated there, what the work situation is like, and especially it's important to make these connections in any case since when you're in a given profession or a given industry, it turns out being a pretty small pool of people compared to the general population, and these are people that you'll probably want to know to begin with. So that's a strategy for deciding whether or not to make a change, and it's always a good idea to regularly take inventory of your goals and skills, so if you decide to make a change, you'll be prepared in advance. Please remember to add your questions and comments below, and stay tuned as my next book, Influential Rapport, is still on track. And for more information and resources, go to the links below at jc2consulting.com, and look forward to the next video. And you can also get more information on coaching for your career, sales training, or NLP and hypnosis training there as well. Also, I will be looking for advanced reader copy reviewers, who will get the book, the new book, and then, give reviews as well. And there'll be special gifts for people who do that. So thanks very much, and look forward to seeing you next time.